And welcome back to another episode of Yankees Content Central. So, about an hour and a half ago, 2.5 hours ago, excuse me, we went live to talk about the trade from of Jose Trevino to the Reds. And I mentioned while I was on that stream that Paul Goldschmidt was getting close to sign, and well, it happened about a half an hour ago, 40 minutes ago. The Yankees signed Paul Goldschmidt to a 1 year, $12.5 million contract. This came from Jack Curry at Yes Network. Some people were, happy. Some people were like, it's Goldschmidt, he's old. Let me tell you, I really like this move. Number one, you're getting Goldschmidt on a 1 year contract for not a lot of money. He's probably only here for 1 year. This is his last shot of being a champion. He's going from a team that was awful in the St. Louis Cardinals. They were not good last season at all. And he's going to a team that just came off a World Series run that has a very high ceiling that could bring them back to another World Series in a wide open American League. One of the biggest problems for the Yankees last season, consistently, they did not hit lefty starters. There were, 2 games in the postseason where they faced lefty starters and they were 0-2 in those starts. The one against Cole Reagans, and I forget the other one against Cleveland. It might have been Matthew Boyd. I don't remember. But he rakes against lefties. So I know the stats aren't all good. He got off to a horrific start, but in the second half, he had almost a 799 OPS. So in 154 games, he batted .245 with 147 hits, 56 extra base hits, which I like a lot, and 22 home runs. So he consistently hit doubles. I think there were 2 triples in there, 65 RBI and 47 walks. That's pretty solid. The defense, he is a former Gold Glove winner, first baseman. The defensive metrics took a little bit of a dip in the past 2 seasons, so I wonder what version of Paul Goldschmidt's defense we're going to get. But pretty much anything's better than Rizzo. I like this because now you're giving Ben Rice the opportunity. This is a perfect platoon. These are some highlights of Goldschmidt in 2024. This is the perfect platoon for Ben Rice. He can play against righties, who he was better against statistically last season at the major league level. Rice is also considered now the backup catcher after Trevi was traded. So now Rice is going to see a lot more playing time. He will probably get a spot on the opening day roster, which I like. This is a 1-year deal for the Yankees. What's going to happen is they're going to try and give Rice a shot to see what he does there at first base. If it's good, it's good. If it's not, then they know they can go after Vladdy or Kyle Tucker or something and end up trading Ben. They have options. This gives them options. This is also a veteran presence that's coming in here to help. He can guide Ben Rice through everything he's doing, and he can guide Ben Rice. The Yankees explored talks with Christian Walker. This is from Bob Nightingale of USA Today. Before he signed with Houston, he signed yesterday morning with Houston. They talked to Carlos Santana, but in recent days they focused on Paul Goldschmidt. Now, it's important to note, whether you like this move or not, I will note this. Aaron Judge is very good friends with Paul Goldschmidt. Now, we've seen this with Alex Verdugo, and we've seen it with some other guys where, Aaron Judge's buddies come over and then they play like crap for however long they're here. Verdugo was not good. Whatever Jason Dominguez does this year, we don't know what he's going to be. He's probably going to be better than Alex Verdugo this season. That's just, the ceiling's that high for him. I mean, it's a low bar, Alex Verdugo. This team just got better. Defensively, a little bit offensively. I've read the stats this morning. I'll read them again in a minute for those who are joining now, about how he hits in AL East ballparks and specifically at Yankee Stadium. This came out a little while ago from Brian Hoke. Now that the Yankees have signed Paul Goldschmidt, could a trade for Nolan Arenado be next? They are very close. It may entice Arenado to waive his no-trade clause. I don't like this. If this is the move to get Paul Goldschmidt and then Arenado, and they're going to be like, okay, we just got two. I mean, the defense is going to be great. The offense is going to suck. Now, I really think that Goldschmidt's ceiling is higher than Arenado because Arenado is going to be good. He's going to be fine for the Yankees. He's not going to just lay an egg, and if he does, you can flip him at the deadline. It's 12 million, 12.5 million. It's not a high ceiling. It's a low ceiling, and it works for the Yankees, and it's a good move for them. So I read this morning. I'll read it again now. Paul Goldschmidt career numbers at AL East Parks, not including the Trop. Obviously, we all know by now that the Yankees will not be playing the Tampa Bay Rays at Tropicana Field this season due to their stadium situation. It will be at George M. Steinbrenner Field. Important to note, it has the same dimensions as Yankee Stadium, including the short porch. So Paul Goldschmidt's career numbers. In 124 play appearances, he slashes a .330 batting average, a .908 OPS, and a .151 WRC+. At Yankee Stadium specifically, in 27 plate appearances, he bats .492 with a 1.92 OPS plus and a 2.2 WRC plus. That is great. That is fantastic. Now, I'm not going to sit here and say that Paul Goldschmidt is going to bat .462 his whole season in the 82 games at Yankee Stadium. But the fact that he can hit at Yankee Stadium even a little bit is a very good thing. Because I know he's a right-handed bat. There are concerns there that maybe, he's not going to be able to take advantage of that short porch. I don't like that they got worse with the left-handed bats. Chris Kirshner just put this out. The Yankees have the worst OPS at first base this season. Even if Goldschmidt is league average or slightly below league average, it would make the Yankees better at first base in 2024. This is a big thing. That sets the bar low. Paul Goldschmidt's also coming from a team that really wasn't competing much last year. That's a fact. St. Louis came out of the gate slow. They didn't play their best baseball throughout the season. Goldschmidt had his moments. He wasn't great. Then he kind of turned it on in the second half and was fantastic. He looked like his old self. I don't know if there was an injury or something there. Ali also played him every day. The Yankees are going to give him, Boone's going to give him his days. We all know Boone does that, which means Rice is going to see playing time, especially against right-handers. The OPS is very different between righties and lefties for Goldschmidt. He's much, much better against lefties. That's a really good thing. Now, I will be very, very upset that if they go out and trade for Nolan Arenado, they cannot get Nolan Arenado. They can't. They can't do it. Yes, it moved Jazz to second, which is better for Chisholm. But Nolan Arenado is not what he was. I don't get it. I don't want Arenado at all. If they can trade Stroman for Arenado straight up, or Stroman and LeMahieu for Arenado, then maybe, because you're getting that much money off the books, maybe you could accept that. But Arenado is not a one-year thing. Arenado is a multi-year thing. That is a very low ceiling of success. Now, it could be the same thing where a new environment makes him turn it on a little bit more, just like I mentioned with Goldschmidt for the past 8 minutes now. But that's not everyone. Like, Goldschmidt has the potential to do so. His ceiling's much higher. He was better this season than Arenado was. He's gonna try. He is gonna try and be as athletic as possible. I mean, this also opens the door. If Arenado sucks, if Goldschmidt sucks this year, and Rice is good, then Rice is going to earn that starting first base job next season. If both are awful, because this is probably Goldschmidt's last season, let's be real. He kind of wants to win and then ride into the sunset. I like this move for him to win. He's going to be on a winning club with a winning culture. I also read his postseason stats. They're very good. He averages on a 162 game scale 56 home runs in his 20 postseason games. If that was played over 162, it'd be 56 home runs. He is a very good postseason hitter. That also plays into this. I don't want Arenado. Okay, so there are no options in Goldschmidt's deal. It's just a straight 1-year contract. So after the All-Star break, he hit 271 with 480 on base percentage with 121 WRC plus. Before the All-Star break, he hit 230. You know, with an 87 WRC plus. So let's hope that the Yankees get post All-Star break, Paul Goldschmidt. Now, if he was hurt, it kind of makes sense. He does strike out a lot. He chases a lot. His power has gone down. Maybe, the power goes up a little bit more in a place that's better to hit in for him. He's also in a new division. That could be good for him. He's going to be playing good opponents. The projected starting lineup as of now is Volpe, Chisholm, Judge, Goldschmidt, Bellinger, Stanton, Wells, Dominguez, Cabrera. That does not make any sense to me. That makes no sense. I'd rather than put Goldschmidt first and have Goldschmidt lead off. So that's about it with Goldschmidt. Okay, so here's his platoons from last season. He batted 295 against lefty pitchers, with a 8.39 OPS and 167 plate appearances. So that's pretty much it with the Goldschmidt signing. I like this from a veteran signing standpoint. Heading into 2024. Let me know your thoughts below and follow me on Instagram, Facebook, Threads, Twitter, and YouTube. Thank you very much and have a great day.